Hi families and students. Well, welcome aboard to another video on my boat. So today we're going to learn about something really exciting. It's called a life cycle. Now, you guys have had the chance to watch the video about our ladybugs getting released and going off on their own. And then you also got to see the video of our butterflies who had emerged out of their chrysalis, and we set them free. So, I don't know about you, but I wonder, how did they get to be butterflies and full-size ladybugs? So, our insects go through something called a life cycle. So today, I'm going to share this with you by doing a pictorial so that you can see how it all works out. Now, the word cycle means a circle. Cycle and circle both start with the letter C. They both make that same sound. So, what we're going to start with is a very fancy word for life cycle. That is called metamorphosis. So, I'm going to write this fancy word up here on the pictorial. Let's sound it out. Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. Right. It starts with an M. So, metamorphosis is our fancy science word for life cycle. Either way works. You can say metamorphosis or you can say life cycle. Oh, look at my cat decided to visit us. She has a lot to say about metamorphosis. By the way, Shaggy here really loved the butterflies. Excuse me, Shaggy, you got to go somewhere else. All right, I'm also going to write the words up here. Life cycle of a butterfly. So, I want you to know that our ladybugs, which are actually a type of beetle, go through a life cycle, and butterflies and moths also do this. Many insects, that's an animal that has 6 legs and a head and a thorax and an abdomen, they all go through a metamorphosis process. Excuse me 1 minute. I'm sorry about that. Now, so it all begins for a butterfly on a leaf. So right down here, I am going to draw a picture of a leaf. Now, no, boys and girls, butterflies don't come from leaves, but something very important goes on the leaf. It's called eggs. A mama butterfly will lay eggs on a leaf, and she's really careful to make sure she chooses a leaf that she knows her baby caterpillars are going to enjoy eating. Okay, so she lays little eggs on the leaf, and I'm going to write the word eggs. Starts with an E. So here are our eggs on the leaf, and here I'll show you a really cool picture of what they look like. So this is a photo of a butterfly with her eggs on a leaf. That's the first step. Then, guess what comes out of the eggs? Right! Little itty bitty caterpillars. So, we'll draw this arrow up, going up like this, because we're going to be making a circle. And I'm going to write on here, here's our little caterpillar. Here he is. Oh, when he comes out, he's very tiny. So, a little caterpillar. hatches. Hatches out of the egg. So I'll show you what this looks like. This is a picture of little caterpillars hatching out of their eggs on a leaf. What do you suppose they're going to do next? Do you remember from our story, the very hungry caterpillar? You're right. They eat, and they eat a lot. So let's go ahead and I'll do my arrow up here. And we'll get our next color. Oh, the caterpillar eats and eats and eats until its tummy gets super full and it becomes a big caterpillar. So and it takes several weeks for the caterpillar to eat and eat and eat until it is big. Now, the caterpillar is at its full size. What do you think comes next in our cycle? You're right, boys and girls. The caterpillar will hang upside down using its clasper. Remember, we talked about caterpillars having a clasper? It'll hang upside down, and then it spins a special thread called silk around its body until it makes something called, do you remember what it is? You're right, a chrysalis. So I'm going to come over here and draw a chrysalis. Oh, I better add our next arrow in. We went from eggs to little caterpillar to big caterpillar, and now we're going to go to chrysalis. So here's a branch, and the caterpillar, make sure it hooks on with some silk onto the branch or the twig, or in our case with our caterpillars, they were inside a cup, and it wraps that silk around itself until it's like it's in a blanket, all wrapped around it. And the fancy word, there's two words that we say when we talk about a chrysalis. Some of you have heard the word cocoon, but because we're scientists, we use the fancy word chrysalis. So let me write that up here for you, boys and girls. It starts with a C, and it's H-R-Y-S-A-L-I-S. And then the caterpillar stays in the chrysalis for about 2, maybe 3 weeks, depends on the type of butterfly that's going to come out. And so we're going to draw an arrow. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot to show you the picture. Wish you were here to yell at me and say, remind me, Miss Becca, you've got to turn over the picture. I can hear you guys virtually. So here it is. And our caterpillars looked like they were in a chrysalis just like this. So it's inside the chrysalis and things are happening. It's not going to stay a caterpillar anymore. It's going to change. That's what metamorphosis means. It means to change. And when it comes out, check this out. What do you suppose it is? You're right. It's a butterfly. It has a head and a thorax and an abdomen. Now, boys and girls, the picture I'm drawing here, you're not going to see its legs, but it has 6 legs. And it has something called antennae. And it has wings. And the cool thing about butterflies is that they are symmetrical. That means that the wings on one side of its body look the same as the other wings on the other side of its body. And now we have A butterfly. What do you think butterfly starts with? B, b. You're right, letter B. So I'm going to make a nice uppercase B here. B, U, T, T, E, R, F, L, and Y. And there it is, a butterfly. But now, how does this get to here? Remember, it's a cycle. So once our butterflies were set free, they go out and they look for flowers, and they drink the special water inside a flower called nectar, and they get strong, and then it'll start all over again. A mama butterfly will find a leaf that's just right for her baby caterpillars, and she will lay her eggs. And we will start the life cycle all over again. Boys and girls and families, thank you so much for watching. And you guys now, if you have not completed your life cycle of a butterfly, you can get that out of the packet that I delivered and have fun putting it in order. Now, yours is not in a circle, but in a straight line. So you'll have to remember what came first, then what happened next, and then the next thing after that, and what happened last, okay? To be able to complete your life cycle. Until the next time, bye.